we're super busy right now, and I'm back in the shop after 3 days of just being gone. So I'm just trying to catch up on some stuff. So here's the deal. I told myself and you folks that I'm just trying to film what's going on here. And the reality is that sometimes I just gotta it kills me even to say it out loud, but sometimes I just gotta kill the inbox before I can do anything fun. So that's what today's about. These are this is real small business problems. The biggest problem in my life right now is seriously just trying to lock in on this inbox. So that's what we're gonna do. I got some tips. I don't know. I'll show you what I do to make this easier on my soul. I'll show you my desk, my little email process. I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna film, see what comes up, see some insights. Right? We're just gonna hang out, and that's it. It's gonna be a good one. If it's not, I won't post it. So if you're seeing this, it is a good one. Stay tuned. Let's do it. I forgot. The first thing I gotta do is unlock the elevator because I got some food coming. And maybe that's it. Yeah, first thing is just treat yourself. Get comfortable. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I got some food coming. Get my desk cleaned up a little bit. So let's get this elevator opened up and I'll show you what that's looking like. Alright, so I got my desk back in the corner here. And like I just said, I want to go over just some comforts, some home comforts of home. Like if I don't have, for example, the dual monitor setup, I'm really not loving answering emails as much as when I do. I have the YouTube, the brain rot YouTube. I don't always need that on, you know what I'm saying? But that's a good one to have. But really, the most important thing I think is just for productivity wise, the dual monitor setup. I also just want to, I don't know, be comfortable. It's kind of like your mattress at home. If you're typing on the keyboard a lot, get yourself a keyboard that you like. I got BMX shoulders, so this is a split keyboard, so I can have one arm kind of closer to myself than the other. Pretty good. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be thinking about what's going to make me comfortable, what's going to make me feel better when I'm doing this job and stuff like that, right? I've been here already today, so I like to start by just tidying up, but I always got to limit myself because I can keep doing stuff here, customizing, messing around forever. I've been wanting to tidy up this bin of personal stuff, and man, the cable management is not good. Definitely not good. So I take it easy, just kind of take care of the mail I brought in or whatever. I don't know, get rid of the cup from the last time I was here so I can put a fresh drink down. Just little stuff like that, right? Definitely want to not be scared to have a crazy setup. And it's not even crazy, just two monitors. I think the dual screen setup is a deal breaker for me. I need that. The speakers, sure. I love the music. Like I said, I got the brain rot YouTube, but sometimes just some music is all I need to really lock in and sort of just get into the rhythm, literally the rhythm of answering some emails here. When my friends come by here sometimes, they're talking about how intense this desk is, but really it's just dual monitor setup, some speakers, got the iPad rack. Okay, the actually intense thing is this tablet, the Home Assistant tablet. Oh. So just right in front of my face, it shows some calendar events. I've got a countdown of when I'm planning to leave the shop. A little speaker control for the whole shop audio system. Some light controls. I just when I'm sitting here, it's it seems like a lot of distracting stuff, but really it's just stuff that's gonna keep me sitting here. I don't need to go fiddle with the music. I can just boom do that. Also, if I'm looking up here, I have the cameras. So if I hear the doorbell go or anything like that, got the cameras right there. All right, at this point, it's not like I'm procrastinating. I've answered a bunch of emails in between and doing this stuff, but I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna really lock in now. But the thing I wanted to mention to do that, I realized when I was okay, time to get this really going, that I reached for my headphones. So it's not like it's not like the calm washed over me, but definitely noticed when I took them out how sort of loud the quiet shop is. So I'm not really getting interrupted much during the day anyway, but even with that in mind, I still love having the headphones in. Just the noise canceling is, I don't know. even the noise canceling with a video playing, like you think it's distracting, but I don't know. Reducing all these other sounds is it works for me. So just something to keep in mind. Noise canceling headphones. Get comfortable. You got your stuff, your productivity crap that you want to have, and I don't know. Just dig in. Like I have a couple more emails. Well, okay, I have a lot more emails to answer, and I'm just gonna hit them one by one. So let's talk about that next. How do we just dig into like an actually overwhelming inbox? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna do it right now and tell you. Now, I'll start by saying I've heard of this productivity tip, like you should only open an email, like read an email if you're gonna answer it, and I think I agree with that. Like I'm not trying to focus on my inbox if I'm not gonna be able to like really answer it. And how I think of that principle is I'm just like not really reading emails on my phone. Like I'm not even really reading them casually. If I'm jumping on my computer a bit, I try not to open that inbox. So the other side of that, and what I'm going to get to here, so I hate going through my inbox a couple days later when I'm a couple days late behind on stuff. I hate when I see like a 2-minute email when I answer somebody's been waiting like a week for a very simple answer. So at the very least, I like to get those simple answers out of the way. And for me, we call it triage. If you're doing customer service here, I'm going to train you on the triage. First, it helps me just get rid of all those 2-minute answers. It's kind of that, is it David Allen getting things done? It's like something takes less than 2 minutes, just do it. You'll spend way more time just 1 second at a time every time you glance at that email and say, oh, I'm saving that for later. Every time you think about that email, when you could just go through and do it. And I go through this all the time where I leave these emails, finally it's just like, it takes 3 minutes to answer the thing. So that's the point of the triage, is I rip through these emails from top to bottom and I just go through all the quick stuff. And a good triage, like a full triage, is when I can go from the very top to the very bottom, and that means that I've answered all this quick stuff. You know, if someone sent a payment, I process that, put their order in. If someone's order is done, I send them that alert, we're good to go. If someone has a quick question, hey, like how much is this other shirt, can you recommend some t-shirts, copy paste the snippet, send it, boom, done. I'm moving down this list. If you need like a quick answer from me, I'm trying to be as quick as possible with that. I feel like someone who asks like 7 questions, they might understand that it takes like a day to get back to you or something like that. So the triage, super important. Now, I'm going down this triage from top to bottom, and ideally when I get to the bottom, then all I have is like the oldest emails that take more than 5 minutes to answer. So I would just start at the oldest one and work my way up. And so that's the triage. The other one I can show you is the Gmail labels. Now, I don't want to show you like too much private info from our customers here, but, and obviously we're trying to treat everybody on like first come, first serve basis, but there's some people who like, you know, like a band, if they miss that by 1 day, that makes a huge difference. For some people, like a business, a retail business, that 1 day might not make any difference to them at all. We have a lot of clients who rush us to get stuff done, and they don't pick it up for like 3 days, where for some people, like a band, it actually makes a difference to have it on that Thursday before they play instead of the next day, Friday. So we're thinking about tight deadlines. The point of that is use labels. Find some way to organize stuff, but not organize stuff by clicking around, but something you can use at a glance every time you're in here, because the less time I spend reading headlines, that's why we triage this stuff too. Try and save the fewest amount of emails for later possible. If it's quick and easy, I don't want to be scanning past that. The more emails I have to scan through, the worse that is. It's like every time you decide not to read an email, that's like actual effort. That's like actual processing power you did. I looked at it. I decided, no, I'm going to save that for later. I know when later is. It's like, no, we're trying to get this slimmed down, right? And the more you can automate with those labels, the better. Like that tight deadline one, when you submit your quote, if it's less than 10 business days, if you put your deadline in there as less than 10 business days from now, it's going to put that label on automatically. We can add it as well, but it's just visual, and it's for everyone in customer service. We can all see that red labels. I also have some labels that just help me separate like what's customer service and what's just administrative crap I have to deal with. That helps a ton too. Like what's money, what's not, what's annoying, what's time sensitive, all these things like that. So definitely stay organized, get on your labels. Yeah, use the tools that are built in as much as you can because they do work. Okay, so we're getting there. My brain is getting a little fried, but we're getting through this inbox. I'm getting through it. And that's kind of the point, is that like as much as I want to be working on like anything else, the website or I don't know, some fun project I could film for you guys, it's like this is this is what's got to get done. I'm someone is always distracted making improvements and stuff, so that's why I think it's important. Like, I think you need to know what's important for you to lock in. That comfortable environment for you and that process that works, that doesn't leave you feeling overwhelmed. Those things together, man, makes a huge difference. Huge difference. It's making a huge difference to my inbox right now, that's for sure. No, it's not crazy late, but I'm not going to do this very much longer. I know better than to just stay up all night and turn into some nocturnal weirdo, so I'm going to hit it pretty soon so I can wake up, take my kids to school, and not be like zombied out, you know what I'm saying? So I've talked about focusing and just getting into this stuff the whole time basically, but something that I think is really important is just like not being strict with getting a little distracted. Well, being strict about only getting a little distracted. Does that make sense? So, whenever I'm doing this stuff, I'm having tons of ideas all the time. I'm like, even the emails I'm getting are sometimes replies to this idea. Oh, here's that thing you asked me about. It's like here's like here's the answer to that support ticket for the project you were working on yesterday. That stuff to me is so distracting, like so distracting. And remember I said I don't really want to save it for later. So I I always include that in the triage. And I'm not talking just emails, but any idea. It's like I give myself I give myself sort of like a triage amount of time to explore those ideas. I'm I'm really trying not to get distracted by like cleaning my desk or like tidying up. I can do that anytime and I do get distracted with that a lot. It's like I'll give myself 5 minutes to sort of Google something or ask Chat GPT something like, hey, could this work as a spreadsheet? Could this work? And what I try and be good at, what I'm trying to get better at, it's not cutting myself off. I wouldn't call it cutting myself off, but sort of recognizing when I'm on the verge of like a quick little idea, quick little improvement, versus like an idea for a project, something that turns into more than just like a 2 minute task. So when I'm finding those bigger ideas, when they turn into bigger ideas, that's okay. I'm gonna maybe write that down, put it on the improvement board so that I can prioritize this stuff a little better. Like there are days like recently where I was trying to answer an email where I had to make a lot of mock-ups and I spent like an hour working on this automatic mock-up placer. I have a lot of trouble choosing when is a good time to do an improvement. Even though I'm talking about focusing, letting yourself get distracted, I think that's like totally okay. All right. So yeah, is this like what I want to be doing every day all the time? Not really, but if I want to be working on my business all the time, I gotta be working in it too, and that's just the reality of it. So these are just my tips or whatever. It's my insight on just getting in there and doing it. Like I said, just make yourself comfortable, have a process you can trust that you know is gonna give you a good result, and just get in there and start doing it, right? Don't worry about while you're doing it getting distracted a little bit with like with little improvements and stuff like that. So there's nothing to it but to do it. We got to get through this stuff sometimes. Sometimes working in the business is the only way you're going to be able to work on the business. So that's all I want to do today. I'll catch you next time. Stay tuned. Thanks again. Now I got to get on my frickin' bike and go home.